turn our attention now to the other courtroom where our crews are placed today, and that is in a very rural area of Ohio, Waverly, Ohio, for more of the Pike County Massacre case. Defendant George Wagner, one of 4 members of the Wagner family accused of the murders of 8 members of the Rhoden family. Let me bring in now Court TV legal correspondent Joy Lim-Nakrin. She's standing by to give us the very latest there. Joy, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Julie. So I know we've been sharing with our viewers the live testimony this morning of the chief deputy coroner on this case, Karen Luman. And most of this morning, she's been talking about the body of Chris Rhoden Sr. and kind of the condition that he was in. But I want to share what I think is an important piece of testimony where she's kind of talking about the overall scene and the totality of the circumstances concerning all the victims, and that it appeared that most of them had been sleeping when they were killed. Let's listen.
Did you also form an opinion based on the fact that you were informed that a lot of them were shot while they were in their beds and many of them appeared to be sleeping? What approach did you take as a result of that information?
It became apparent looking at where the wounds were that it seemed that many of them were shot multiple times and never moved, never appeared to have reacted to other people in the house being shot as well. And so in my mind, I was trying to figure out why somebody wouldn't respond when other people in the house are getting shot. I think they would wake up with gunfire. So one of the things I did was did a little bit of extra toxicology to see if maybe they'd been drugged and they were all, didn't wake up because they were sleeping. The other thought, though, was that maybe there was something that was muffling the gunfire. I can't find evidence on the body that would suggest that there's something that was muffling the fire. That's not something I could see.
And as I mentioned, Julie, at this point, she's been talking about the first victim she's addressed here, Chris Rhoden Sr., and through toxicology research and analysis, she was able to determine that just only caffeine was in his system at the time. Of course, as she explained, she can't make a determination as to a muffler. But another important point that was made today is that it appeared that Chris Rhoden Sr. and Gary Rhoden were actually awake, and the only 2 victims to be awake during the time of the shooting. A particularly dramatic moment in court was when she held up the sweatshirt that Chris Rhoden Sr. was wearing. Let's watch.
Did you also help participate in a search of a safe on that day?
I did observe holes at the time of the autopsy. You can see a hole right here. That's in the chest area. There's a hole right here. I don't know if you can see it. That's his abdomen. His right sleeve has a hole on the front. See it right there. And then this is the same sleeve. So the bullet entered on one side and exited on the other. There is a hole in his back right side. That's it for the holes.
Okay. And then also in his hood,
yes.
Where there's some holes.
Yeah, there's a hole right here. And then I think that's it.
And when testimony resumes about 15 minutes from now, we expect to hear this coroner talk about Gary Rhoden and the condition of his remains on the night in question.
Oh, it's just dreadful, Joy, as you know. Tell me, we know we've seen several different crime scene investigators giving testimony in this case. You've been watching so much of it unfold there at the courthouse day in and day out when you've been there reporting for us. Tell me, overall, what is the story that they're really revealing to you so far, please?
Yeah, I mean, so of course, you know, the state has said that this was all motivated by a child custody dispute, and that one of the Wagners actually arranged some sort of meeting with Chris and Gary on the night in question, and that was why those two victims were awake. But, you know, the defense has really come back with their own narrative, kind of trying to broaden the circle of suspicion, if you will, pointing to prior bad acts of the Rhoden family, and kind of, you know, some of their illegal activity concerning a marijuana growth operation, as well as an illegal cockfighting ring. And during the testimony of the last witness yesterday, BCI agent Todd Fortner, the defense took the opportunity to cross-examine that witness and bring out some unfavorable details about guns and cash found in the safe of Chris Rhoden Sr. Let's listen to that.
Did you also help participate in a search of a safe on that day?
Yes.
Okay. Tell the jury, where was that safe? Describe it, and what did you have to do to try to get into it?
It was a large standing safe in the bedroom. I believe at first we contacted a locksmith to come out and attempt to get into it, but he was unable. We ended up calling the fire department to come out with the jaws of life and pry the safe open.
Were you eventually able, or was somebody eventually able to get that safe open?
Yes.
And ultimately, did you collect the items, or some of the items that were in this safe?
Yes.
And was money one of the things that was collected?
Yes, it was.
And do you remember how much money was collected?
We did not count it at the scene. We released that to the sheriff's office, but I believe I heard later it was over $20,000.
As you, again, collected items from that safe, did you find a small amount of drugs in the safe as well?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been marked for identification purposes. State's Exhibit N38, which is digital picture 2956. Can you tell the jury what they're looking at there?
Yes, there are baggies that contained a white substance that appeared to be drugs.
And again, was that collected as part of your work as evidence in this case?
Yes.
Yeah, so you see the kind of details that the defense is bringing out during cross-examination, Julie.
Right. Joy Lim-Nakrin reporting for us there in Waverly, Ohio. Thank you so much for all of that. We'll look forward to seeing more of you later today throughout the day here on Court TV Live.